You're listening to the Multifamily Marketwatch for Washington State. Apartment owners who need to know, trust HFO, the leading source for multifamily industry news around the state, from Puget Sound to the Tri-Cities.
Welcome back to Washington Multifamily Marketwatch. I'm your host, Aaron Kirk Douglas. The top news this week: the Washington legislature is back in session and members are wasting no time putting bills on the docket for committees to consider, including two that have a hearing on Tuesday, January 24th at 4 o'clock. Seattle housing developers reach record heights even as they alter plans for a new downtown skyscraper. Bellevue City Council votes to integrate missing middle housing, but the state legislature may supersede and supersize their plans. This Washington Multifamily Market Watch is co-sponsored by Gantry Inc., the nation's largest independent mortgage broker, and by J.R. Johnson, experts in multifamily restoration and repair work. Now on to our news briefing. House Bills 1388 and 1389 were filed last week in the Washington State Legislature, and they have a hearing on Tuesday, January 24th at 4 o'clock. Industry advocates are calling on multifamily owners to attend in opposition to these rent control measures. The bills are referred to by their sponsors as rent stabilization. The Washington Multifamily Housing Association has more information on these bills and how owners can voice their opposition on its website at wmfha.org. Members of the multifamily industry are also being urged to oppose Washington Senate Bill 5197. This bill addresses landlord-tenant relations by providing technical changes to eviction notice forms and modifying specific eviction processes. The multifamily industry supports portions of the bill and opposes others. On the positive side, the bill would permit virtual testimony, eliminate references to the eviction resolution pilot program, create an entitlement program requiring the state to pay rental assistance regardless of appropriation. The industry opposes several provisions of the bill, including those that would allow the tenant an extended period to reinstate a tenancy and hold a show cause hearing whether or not the tenant responds to an eviction notice. The University of Washington Apartment Market Report from the fall of 2022 has been released, and it indicates apartment rent growth in Washington tapered off nearly 1.2% in the fourth quarter after high growth rates over the previous 18 months. Rent declined by about 1.4% in the Puget Sound region and were stable in the rest of the state. Vacancy rates edged upward to between 5.2 and 5.5 percentage points. And according to the report, counties demonstrating the highest rent growth were Skagit, Walla Walla, Grant, and Clark. Meanwhile, Yardi Matrix forecast a 2023 year-over-year rent growth at 3.5% throughout Puget Sound and 3.2% for the Portland-Vancouver metro area. Both metros are predicted to have new unit deliveries representing about 3% of existing stock. The Puget Sound Business Journal reports that large portions of Bellevue are being considered for the development of micro apartments. Bellevue is looking to make it easier to build affordable micro units in mixed-use areas near transit and other services. Bellevue's Planning Commission is set to consider micro-unit expansion at its next meeting on Wednesday, January 25th. The discussion is expected to move to the City Council later this spring. The Bellevue City Council voted earlier this month to start planning for zoning changes to allow for missing middle housing, such as ADUs, cottages, duplexes, tri- and quadplexes, and more of the city. The planned timeline expects the revisions to be adopted as part of Bellevue's new comprehensive plan in the summer of 2024. Meanwhile, the state of Washington is working on a similar program that may supersede Bellevue. Senate Bill 5235 and House Bill 1276 would require cities to allow all single-family lots of more than 4,500 square feet to house both an attached and detached ADU for up to 3 dwelling units in total. Another bill, HB 1110, would allow quadplexes on all residential lots and sixplexes on lots with 2 affordable homes or within a half mile of frequent transit. In the Seattle area, 90% of Mercer Island and 70% of Seattle and Bellevue are currently zoned for single family. Upzoning those areas would unlock significant amounts of land for development and increasing density. A 400-unit mixed-income community called 900 Rainier is getting underway. This project is about a 5-minute walk from the future Judkins Park light rail. Several other projects near light rail are also under construction. A planned Seattle skyscraper has been resized to 90 stories from 100, and it will contain 234 condos on the upper floors and 784 apartments on levels 11 through 61. The 62nd and 63rd floors would be amenity space for those units. The working name for the tower is 4C. The project would be across the street from and even higher than the city's current tallest building, 933-foot Columbia Tower. We'll have more legislative updates coming your way in the weeks ahead as these bills continue readings and hearings in committees and begin moving forward. Don't forget to subscribe to the HFO Multifamily Market Watch wherever you get your podcasts. We dig through all the news so you don't have to. We'll see you next week.
Our entire office specializes in multifamily real estate, making HFO the largest multifamily brokerage in the Pacific Northwest. Your success is our passion. Build your legacy with HFO. Call 503-241-5541 or visit our website at hfore.com for more information. HFO is an affiliate of the Global Real Estate Advisor Network.